ya wada bia wabra abo enyume no num wabra ye di dwumede onwa so ade ne da no one fan to wa eya na free talk afen so wo prime trend so no ye be ma wakonya na wo so de wadwenkyere aba eni kasa we sanso wo mu ne se prime trend dwumede ye mu no afa baby wo wa obeseria enu nti na mse hia me Adwoa Dimple me ne mapamfo e wo Ashanti Prime TV clock it.
Odia Solomon Opokuni. Ye Fred ma be fie die, ne be TV a obeka nsem papa a kire yen. No oba me yehunu no papa ekoso ewo wiase. Tisi ye pe TV papa ne tie nsem pa ewo kroyi mu dia. Ye fanto be biase Ashanti Prime TV. E wa na me hwe de bia entizo File TV no to Ashanti Prime TV. Keep watching Ashanti Prime TV. We love you all. God bless you.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, and I'm not carrying the wall. Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, and I'm not carrying the wall.
Abusha me ma wache ema wakwa eba Ashanti Prime TV. Jumedi ayatu ni din anopa tutu so. Abusha eye morning show jumedi ayede breo. Aha ne yeka Ghana nsem, yeka amayosem, yeka school sem, yeka akwani ebedie ho nsem, yeka mrahye bedwam, yeka akwantempon ho nsem so. Yeka yaresabia ho nsem. Aha ne yeka Ghana ho nsem nyina. No kre wom, dia no kre nim, bebi antro ne da ye the evidence any fact ebe kama bom aya analysis ama wa obeti ase. Aha eya Ashanti Prime TV. Jumedi ayato ne dia no patututu. Abusha me na me di jumedi ho chia me. Ye fa me Sami ba Ike. Jebre neti anopa tututu abra no pa nonum ekosi se nondu ebebo no morning show sonkwa Ghana ina etie eye anopa tututu abushafo aha eye Ashanti Prime TV na wonim se ye ka se Ashanti Prime TV dia na che se aha na no kre no ewo
Ashanti Prime TV soon small figure in the Dimple so padwinu nyansa TV station will share football on a man and one Ashanti Prime TV. Watch, don't sleep, don't be quiet, go and watch. You will feel good. I love you so much. Soon small of it, Ghana of it.
Ashanti Prime TV. Aha, and I'm not carrying the wall.
It didn't come out over your fear film and conquering me as yet them any empo yesukum. San commodity when you're able TV so. Na yababe didn't come out. To show away any direction be a young commo na yedi, a assem and a yeka, ye echo our boom, a become politics kakra, a become religion kakra, a become entertainment kakra, any dear akin I was here. So you're to me.
Ghana de shimama imo bibia ajo ediba Ashanti Prime TV. And you may know so kasiye and a majime guamede e babe sumo kase nsema obete bi we say na ekopie mu ewo eye Obreshe Senior High School ya de se suku pen no down no de nsendo no atudwa saa so na so afọ be de chire edema eya so afọ a oda yen sika sema no so de nsem ni bi atudwa afei so me amaje magua me de kase no eba besom wo ani osonfo Adwoa Dimple abofo so a omo bom echi do me de kase no besom wo ani POG band POG Malls and Office Archie Media omo and a bomb adam de Cassie eba besom wo e ma revise Cassie so e twagu e wa be funtinten fidi ahodo ni nyina so and your Facebook obehu ye ho TikTok YouTube any de keka hu na bomodia na bopini ye ho na afi ye mfa ne pa ye wo no entimi emfa ma o metwa no na me ba ya do Cassie ni mu esukosa anse Adwoa na de ye obo na e na ya na wote odoman komanse afa abusia gibre na yen hye kase na ye hye ase de ane enko hye ase ewo eye obreche senior high school ho ene ya de se eye assistant headmaster o de school na edi nsem bia tudwa na wo hye se ne obepiem o school mo no amofa no gba na ebo mo de nanso omo akane a ewo se nko munya na ne omo ade so na timi esipi no eye ade se omo entimi enye bia ne no nam so ewa ahoche ba na eba omo aso ye ne omo ne ma wo ne se enye dada na sei e na ase no nam so e ma ne omo fa no omo enwumasua wonsem entimi enkwe ne bra eye sugu pen na oda school ya no ekasa nsense bi e na odi etudwa.
So you can just have an fair idea. Classrooms which is not enough have been converted into dormitories, and we are a technical school. We are doing electricals, visual arts, home economics is around, woodwork, metalwork. Unfortunately, we don't have any lab for any of them. For home economics, they are having a structure, the management has helped for them to somehow improvise. The technical and what have you, they had some woodwork materials, they gave it to them, but they are so absolute. It has been long overdue, and most of them are not functioning again, so they are only managing. And you can see the machines are all old, they are not working, but that is what we have for now. Some of the teachers are doing what? They are almost like magicians. They manage to some extent. You know, some of them, they, no matter the repairs, they are not working. So they manage with other things, but we are praying. We are praying that these things will be looked at this for us, because the whole area, through even Shedro, we are the only technical school doing a lot of the technical things, the electricals and what have you, and the students are expressing a lot of interest. As at now, Form 2.
Now, order some way now to Jerry and Amrache Bejani, de my air to say young words, a ma Mijizela tete. A barbo and sending Simba to Jana watches, or one come and to me, almost how, or more a swafra binds on the common, and I bino. Etina so peneni emre esemuno emre di eni ye ade sa ban ba na afi obi homo ma be ko mo na eni omo so akon aso ade ma wetimi aya mo no mo fa so etimi esua ade no mo esua ade ewo eniji mu.
I had a discussion with the director of TVET, so we're seeing what options are on the table for the school to get their share of to bring it back to life in the technical sense, you know. And so that's what I refer to, that when you're cooking something, you don't often say what exactly it is, but I can put it out there that we're having discussions with TVET, and we'll see what we can to bring it back to life in the technical sense, you know. And so that's what I refer to, that when you're cooking something, you don't bring it back to life in the technical sense, you know. And so that's what I refer to, that when you're cooking something, you don't often say what exactly it is, but I can put it out there that we're having discussions with TVET.
For be the che edema o maimu ye photo sound for ababonte den sembia to ya wo che sa fi twemu ya de sa banada na wote so eba beka sa chechefo bi ni mo do mo kana omukoso a ede omo kana ne no ababonte ba be che se nye nokre aban no endi a chechefo bi aka ya de sa bana bomodia etimi etua omo kan no se ye na wo kana elfai
of 10.5 million Ghana cedis was recorded as having been made into an account named the buffer account at a commercial bank. Upon verification, the bank confirmed that it had never received such payment. The account number cited did not exist within the bank's records and did not even conform to its account numbering format. The evidence from the audit pointed to a completely fictitious account. Mr. Speaker, as a result of these fictitious accounts linked to the one district, one factory payments, the entire 1D, 1F account. Mr. Speaker, as a result of these fictitious accounts linked to the one district, one factory payments, the entire 1D, 1F scheme requires a forensic audit which will be carried out soon. More so when government is said to have spent 391 million Ghana cedis as its contribution towards 1D, 1F.
Madam Emilia Ataya ono ene Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture ebo modern kokopie mu ewo James Sameche biaya omo edi djuma edify and fish aye sorry aye ewo mane no odin sendodo na ekotu dwa na wo kire se ya de sa ban no eba bebie eye fishing harbor ya eba beboa na ni watimi ene oman mu aba efa ye nam die wonsem aye timi nya biaya kese ya yebetimi ya produce ewo omo so asue na timi abo oman so etimi etumpon.
Interest is how to maximize the facilities here for the benefit of artisanal fishers in this country. We all know that fishing is the heart of Jamestown, but fishing is the heart of the country in the sense that 60% of our animal protein comes from fisheries and 75 to 80% of that comes from artisanal fishers who use facilities such as this port. You saw the cold storage, you saw the fish market, you saw the processing center. From here, as my colleague minister has indicated, we are sitting together and see arrangements to put in place so that these facilities will be maximized to the benefit of the people, but also importantly, to meet His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's reset agenda and the way we are working to improve fisheries in this country.
Na eyade se eye Ministry of Transport ebo modern zuko kopie mu ebi ewo eye Jamestown Metro Fishing Harbor no nso de nsem bi etu dwa na o kire se eyade se eye Jamestown Fishing Harbor no mo so ya na omo tan hyehyia nkwanhye bia na so mo face challenges bi no nti e na ma aban no entimi omo ntimi ente omo nkan fro no mo akoma entomi esan se eyade se aban de nhye gu kwan so ayo abeboa na omo nso etimi edi dwuma ewo omo akachi.
And any dredge or the facilities, we have seen that there's a lot of work to be done here at the fishing harbor if we want it to function effectively and efficiently. We have noticed that the breakwater we have is too short, and any dredging that you do, it takes a maximum period of 3 to 6 months, and it is silted again. Meaning that if we do not look at extending the breakwater, every 3 months we will have to be desilting this fishing harbor, which is very expensive. That is one of the reasons why we decided to take this working visit to make ourselves available and see what we can do as government to restore and fix all the challenges. Either two, we had water problems operating the fishing market or where the fisher folks stay. Through the help of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, that water problem has been resolved. The water is restored, and there's a standby borehole we are mechanizing to be a backup to what we get from the Ghana Water Company Limited.
Yenianum close up for Bomodia Aqua Strike ya or more chess or more Katian to Momo, any albino, I can't say albino, Emana to Momo, abiding to me. Mbambe tumu ema eno namso ema ene omo de strike se fa hye so a enya asem kito enu mu na adwadifo bia ba bonti na omo hye se na strike omo kwenti eno omo kokra ye nto ade san se bia omo wo no eno omo so etimi edi dwa na omo so etimi enya omo nsa ma na etimi akoma na so na strike omo kwenti no omo kwa ya ade se ye nto ade
omo no mufuka track se ya omo no mufuka no eba ba si omo construct no eba ha no still ha edin enya fine say yenhwe aban no hwe na se bibia ene omu kasa na omu bra na bibia nko wanu adwuma no nko say omu ba na yesu ehu tumi yedin ye adwuma pa e boko say nye gidi hwe aban no hwe na se bibia ene omu kasa na omumbra na bibia nkọ wanu adwuma no nkọ ese omuba na yesu ehun tumi yedin ye adwuma pa
boko se gidigidi ayete demo Friday na ye wodi zama man 4 pm ama adwuma so
Mr. Alfred Alote ya ono ene MBC edema eye kolikote ono ene yade se no kopie mo e wona kachi amehye nkokon kitinkiti program yade se Ghana man penye oni NDC ne do mede ba se mo de bebo amoman etimi aboa ma yendwuma sem ho sem etimi akoso na yade se ne watimi apa ho ntoma ne wonso akache enya asem bitu a wo pese bebo ama ono so mpeso aso edwuma sem ne yendua ne sem ho sem etimi etubu.
I'm happy to announce that the Assembly, through the Department of Agriculture, commends the registration of interested farmers and residents in preparation for the implementation of this program. Following the registration exercise, the beneficiaries were taken through training sections on best poultry management practices and biosecurity measures to ensure effective and sustainable poultry production. I'm pleased to inform you that the Assembly has been allocated 10,000 birds under this program. The birds have undergone brooding for a period of 4 weeks and are now ready to be distributed to the selected beneficiaries. The target beneficiaries include households, youths, women, and existing poultry farmers within the municipality. Under this initiative, about 200 beneficiaries will receive between 10 to 50 birds each to support their poultry productions activities to boost their income and nutritional needs for the household. I would therefore like to encourage all beneficiaries to strictly adhere to recommended poultry farming protocols and observe all biosecurity measures. By doing so, we will ensure the successful implementation of this initiative and contribute meaningfully to improving food production and livelihood within the Korle Plateau Municipal Assembly. The Assembly has instituted a monitoring and evaluation system to ensure sustainability and success of the project in the city. There are also plans to expand the program to include processing and other aspects of the poultry value chain in order to create additional economic opportunities for our people. To this end, the Assembly will procure processing machines to supply to small-scale processors in the city to advance our local economic development agenda for job creation and poverty reduction. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of this program depends on the collective commitment of all stakeholders. I wish to urge all beneficiaries to take
Mr. Henry Ayeteya Ono ene Education Director Edemaga South Municipal. Eyade say na ono so aba mountain den se mi abetudua ya wo che say na obepiem e Oga South Municipal yade say suku won sem yade akwa atwe e wo mo akachepe no nam so e ma o mo mefa ho de o mo eni njisan say suku won sem e yade a entimi enkoyi emfama o.
In the South here, we still have congestion in some of our classrooms, but thank God this current MCE is also working around the clock to get the classrooms decongested. If you can see the building here, it's a legacy project, but he has been able to complete it and hand it over. We have 68 public schools in the whole South. The schools are inadequate, they are insufficient, judging by the population explosion in this area. It is now developing. Everybody is also coming to South to settle. And once they come, the children must go to school. And so, even though we already have congestion in our rooms, we must anticipate more of the congestions. But thankfully, the Assembly is also up and doing, putting up structures to match the population growth in the
Mrashabejani edema eye ewutu senya isedin sembia tudua ya wo chese o man nbo modia na enie o mo enhwese o mudo musika
ebe support ye health ministry no yapomode won nsem no ombetimi ede sika asomu ye san se oman bia bekoyi ya na gina pomode se oman wi na ewu na se yapomode won nsem nkoyi a enya de se oman so betimi etumpo ntoman ne be ya omomode anso be mesika akoyi e yapomode won nsem.
Been an 86% of people or of children that had come out of the malaria pandemic because of the vaccinations that were available, and the government doesn't intend to let this ratings come down. There's been cuts of donor supports, like the major donors also being scaled back, and then the contributions to Gavi and the Vaccines Alliance could result in a bit of scarce vaccination. But also the minister assured the House that nothing of that sort is going to happen, and that funding for the vaccines will be provided. So I just put in a word for that to also call on government's attention, and that they should make provision, or the Minister of Finance should make provision for the Ministry of Health, so that the vaccines that are expected in the country do not come down. Maybe initially, if you were getting about 200 boxes example of vaccines, it shouldn't go down to 100 or 50 because of the donor support system that had been cancelled. And then also to draw attention that it is not just Ghana that has been cut off from the donor support system. It's a whole lot of country, the US aid system and all the things that is going on now. So basically, I was just to draw government's attention and the Ministry of Finance's attention to the fact that the Ministry of Health should be more financed, so that our children, and especially children under 5 and our pregnant women, would be happy. They go to the hospitals, they know that they are getting this malaria vaccines, and they know that they are preventing their kids from and getting malaria. Then also the smiles on their faces when they wake up in the morning, because a mother in the rural area would wake up, and then at the age of between 2 and 5 years, the scare, when is my child going to leave me because malaria, yes. But now, because of the introduction of the vaccines, our mothers are happy. They walk their children to school with smiles on their faces, very broad smiles, and the kids to go to school, learn well and play, because they don't suffer from the malaria disease. So this is just a call to action, so that the cutoff of the donor support doesn't affect that's very important exercise of malaria vaccination.
Which means that you accept the minister's assurance that although there's been cut off, the government is committed to making sure that they fund this locally or internally. Are you appealing?
Ade se ukopie mu ewo ASHANTI Adwoa kwara wo sem kesi betimi akoso a ene so ya ne a enya asem keto ye nsen dwofo nyina manse boy pinafe ye ne no atwetwen komo na wa maye nchiremu ni a atimi akoso ewo ASHANTI Adwoa. Hello Mr. Kudwo mpasha wote enka
mete okapa
ye ma wadwo sanso ma wakwa ba de ba ASHANTI Prime TV
mete osumi ya ba
ye bese se odi amanebo ebe boye obekopie mu ewo ASHANTI Adwoa kwa dan na si wo hono obeboye nchiremu kakra
me pocho yana ele Abuade.
Okay, Abuade. Okay.
Aha, Abuade sama. Yemi na mami penji afama wa hefo ene wetie fo hinara embre muti ekiri kumase. Na medo ba Abuade. Abuade ewo sama mensimu ewo ake antima.
Okay.
Anu say ena ASHANTI Adwoa nimpa emayiwa bako etu. Almost Ashanti region, ASHANTI Adwoa. Almost apata kwade say, almost ba be ejuma aye. Na ejuma ne say, mami bia ono otonto esa cosmetic bi.
Nkun ni niema no.
Ene student ene spray bi. Okofa fere brochi ba na odi ama emayiwa. Na omo de ko etin. Na ma almost ASHANTI Adwoa. no mo ba takwade ha na maame no wakọ pedan e dia ma omo e wo esipo na esipo no omo chi no maame ne die odi nyama na ma omo wata so ko US bi o so kwa kofa nyama ni aba na maame no se njokwa ira the front US front to kwa ejiri maame no omai e na emaiwe omugu ede ni mu a omugu so omo to nyama no omo to nyama na ma asa omo we se ka maame be bana ka omo edi bi akwa echima bio na maame ni mba yi nchiro omo je se anano kwafia de omo abese ede ni mu ate ni za na ete dia omo be pie kakra na omo akwani na empoano na ka omo aje mframa kakra ni na no Ashanti foi ma and by way ba ko edu ena be ma ba ko no onya Ashantini no o wata de ya na mo onya takwade ni ono ena oji omo no wa mo omo bedu ma omo che na omo ka ho ono ka ho omo ye ba ko du ba ko no mo ko na Adwoa de empona no na omo ni na empona no na omo mo se o sie dia pu de senie bo asote na ohuro be ni ye ni gare be de pa ji efia e yo ma je so omo be gare kakra e ma yuwa je 18 19 20 18 19 20 je omo mi efia ni de omo wo omo gare na kai fo no omo jina konkoro so e hwe na we na bofia antracha epo nsuo no se omo nim nsuo ni mu adwane nti no e de miensa ena e de koye miensa na e de koye no e ba mienu be ma ba ko oba ba ko de ye bommadi ma faafo na omo no e tuni eyi na tambri oda e tem fa ya sabia oja ya hwe pa nebo oba ba ko wedi 18 years Veronica Adwoa ono de insoni fa no ena be ma ba ko no o ka mo e je omo no ono so Anthony 38 years ono so insoni fa no kwese de insoni fa no ye hwehwe omo anya di hu nti enu adwode ena nananom akonfo a omo wo Adwoa de adu sei ekoya amania sambe de insoni eyi omo e di aba na ni na fonya me de be na enye enyan kakra
kama kwa me beka
enam na wo tun no hwede omo ani maye omo so omo ani omo tutu omo ani a samre me no ka se samre die ye yi omo nyina e de aba etwe nkwanta mochiri ya tonkra amagusiafo e wa Ashanti Adwoa de ya we wo sem kese wo poni se bebre na mo paro ta omo ankra fie e kese omo nyina so bo yagusiafo omo ya ankofo mo de se area omo ankra fie nti ya tonkra amagusiafo no na ye kese agusia beba na omo abefo mu e de akọ Ashanti region Ashanti Adwoa
Mr. Kujo so odu mu kakra e ha me pese wo kire mu ye omo ankra fie se omo ankra omo awofo se omo ekwa akoye adwuma nya bibi bia tombotomu ana se ebra omo free omo a omo betena omo nchen ewo eye saa e honom se nkom be adwuma no e na omo ankra omo ba hye ho ne kire mu ye kakra
Ashanti Adwoa kwa kuma to onom eba no bebre na omo ankra
omo awofo
omo tukwan no omo bada kwade aba be ye adwuma nti maame ne papa owo ma se na gana nara o baba eso na dwuba 18 19 20 years you can go to fifi it was said that for ankra nti ewu ba ye ini ya tutu obi mu anu a nka e fo na omo anu a omo kire se na sanete a ya to nkra omo awu no de ya to nkra fi Ashanti Adwoa kwa abusiafo aye ready se omo ba na mo sambre de ni ya ni kire se omo ababa mu de so omo ba so a ni be ka ekire bia na ma wo kire fo na wa gefo me fanka mo
na omo ba omo nchan se omo no omo e ba be did me share ready for ya maame for a omo esa cosmetic shop ya e maye e ba se omo no omo ba be did juma omo efi omo nchan kokodware omo ndware nso mo dem kokodware nso me no bi na so atimi ahwe omo nko omo so then omo so atimi aka fa so mo boy pri omo no ma ko twetwe nkomo bi ana omo so aye dey
maame na nkasa na omo buy no eye maame no kokuma so kofa I say link introduce kuma si wo Ashanti Adwoa ko no link omo maame no no mu na foka omo buy maame na nkasa omo be share na wa ma omo dan ma omo tim no maame no ko US ya ntokwa yinti on buy introduce on buy na mi ya ne nkiye te dia ya ma na so atia na mo me fie wura na omko ha dan wo ni fie no onu bom na tisi a tena beda no so a oni police for edi ho akonyaba
na emofa no mo free fie ache
ache omo ba be be ya fa se busum mienu mu ani ya fa sa
na kafa se ye bisa musa emofa ne baaye no saa maamefo a omo ye shop ya emofa ne baa se omo no mo eba bedi dwuma no omo so amisa omo ne omo ani nkomo bia amisa se so omo akra free fie na omo abasa omo no omo eba bedi dwuma omo ne omo busua bia enya nkita ho bia die bia
mi ya amayu omo afiu so omo ba be pe dwuma ya die edia ma mi na ye oba e me ye nya na ye be nkomo a onye omo ji ye na ti na wa ji omo no se na osi ya oji omo ipa ya na so ma omo ina efi kuma so ebe gru chakwade ya nti se ade e fi wa na di ada e fi wa no so o tumi ka di ya se ono de ye be hide that o di fi
na sa mi nchawa no san minchano sani pana nam ne so ni incredible eba ono so ono wo he fa den ono so aka fa ho sesi aye maami nya ma wo fo nya ntime mba sani pana odi eginamdie e ma mo fa ntime no so o he fa den na ono so maye no
adi se emaiwa no na ebia ye bi so omo a o betumi aka te nipa we na na so ye free Adwoa ko ye ba takra do na mom no zamre ya akoba no ewu ate no die ewu ni me na ye hwe won atema aka emaiwa ndi o mo ko di police for ntema ya le se ye bo mo ban e ma esuo ni dia enyo mo ti police for so media ense ye be dia so me fan kamo ne wa ko ni wetu
yate ye merinti ye beja wasia ne ase ne wan kasa waka ne asese se pimpo na se beto form e o mo aka chana wo modia na wo di asom ye ne ye tie for ye so ya ka re se ye beti
me so na ma se pa
na wo bia obechia na wo bia obechia na nka wo chia no na wo di esi ya
ya no dia ye ne chi
yate ene ye beda wase nti Mr. Kujo ena wote ne nka o ma ye nchemu efa maira makoma kudu ba ko a o mu free asante mante ma meche buakwa ekọ takwade se o mu so ekọ akope bibia bedina uhu ya o mu atimi akwakohia o mu nkwanhia eno so ya rehosem a atimi asiwe eyafutu sem a ekọ ama menne wo mienu ye bagu na osiso ade mo fa yeye ye nka asa enye ene Bible kwa aka sa ensanye adwuma no eni kwan sa didie na so wo ya na o di afa kwan paso ebia nso mo kwa o mo ankra o mo awfo ebia na ko mo kra ya enka o mo awfo so betimi aye bibia manei o mo ntimi enkonkwohwe o mo nkwa mo koso a na mo abomodi ana mo aye ahweye sansa wo to ni mu so mo dware na wo ka se ukodware nsuo mi na ukodware ne sei we so eyare hosem a etimi esi ewo eye takrade ya mo from akomakodu mienu o mo koya emu miensa de amunum ho a ezo etimi afom mo etimi ahwere o mo nkwa na yeto akase enso na yenkoto aso ewo eye enkan pompuni mantem ho na papa bi a ono de oda sori na dwuma wodie se koro no bebo wanya bibia anwa sa abofra a ya wo no nye ne ya ye wo no papa etimi abomodia akwakowia abofra na nyame a wonpe bone adofo no mbomodia etimi ekoso papa ne pe atwa masa me die yetimi ache papa no Ebusua we so any asem wa etimi esi ewo Makola UTC ya ewo nkan pompuni mantemu ya papa penni se ne wati fi adri na abomode ya etimi akwa akowia abofra abosome nkunu akwento ya emu ntesutie mu efie na obi mu ne banto no etimi akwa akowia na hu ya na echa egu ewo screen so mejina we so na medical seni na ede esi ha ede amakase amede besumwe eya de se na okopie mu ewo eya utusenya Mashabidwane owo na ne honsem edi akotine o sa so ye kopie mu ewo eye obreche senior high also na ya de se suku ajeche for penny for moda no so edi nsendo do no aiba betu dwa ya no mo che se omo ehia emboa ene nsendo do na bi ena mede be so afiso aboafo omo bo machi do ma de kase no e ba be so mo eni POG band POG mo ena afi achi media omo ene bo machi do mo a mede kase no e ba be so mo Kingsley Asho birthday bi wo no man na wo de ato so na ya ye ntem na ye free so. Okay, birthday we ye nua ba ye Agnes na odi ni birthday. Asho why na say we should Kingsley. Nti ye nua ba Agnes na eda so no ene ye na woda na odi ni birthday we efie ye ono ankasa ne bra ne branch na o say yen wishe no emfa emma no enti sister Agnes o ti enka ha Ashanti Prime TV wan kasa wonu ambe ma ye bra enne say na ye wa wode yen fa akonya isu na yen wishe enti nya be kan show ina ne say yese ono oso nyankopon na say onye makoma so bisade ina emfa ma yes a wode mani je say nyankopon fa ni nyina emfa emma enti sister Agnes o ti enka Ashanti Prime TV ye say happy birthday. Enti sister Agnes na uhu no a oda so ene na oda mejina we so na medical se ni nyina etwagu de esi ha de amame a meje megwa na medical se ne eba be so mo ene osumfo Adwoa Dimple mesori na dwumedi ho abeto aso de ama e ma bro mfise ha Ashanti Prime TV ha na no kre no ewo bebre na ekoso ewo yemmem ha enne nkofo amanso empani se ade achi na se yanti asemfufra enne na yachi na mibiso what in ye ekoso social media ho be kire